guys, today I'm going to be doing a video on showing what I take fly fishing for backpacking. So this right here is like a brand new rod I just got by Eagle Claw. Just found out that Eagle Claw actually sells like this collapsible fly rod. I was like, I have to get that, even though the price on it at sometimes it's like $50 somewhat for some companies selling it, but I got this for only 26 bucks. I found like this one company that was a lot lower. But I've caught so many like green pumpkin pumpkin seeds, I mean, on this fly rod for right now. I've not caught any like bass or anything like that yet. I have like this, I'll put the setup that I have completely right here in the description of like the rod and this line too. The leader on here is 4-pound smooth casting Berkeley monofilament, right there, trilene. Then this is a dry fly on here. I was seeing that a lot of the fish that I was catching, like that chartreuse and sort of that natural brown color. So I got this dry fly, and they were hitting top water, so I tied that on. I tied it with the I think it's called a polymer knot. This is, what was it, on the side of here. I'll put everything in the description. This is a 6'6" fly rod. I got it for the length too, so if I'm ever backpacking, you're on like a small little stream or something and there's a lot of brush, you can easily have not as much snags in trees. Yes, you still like are using a fly rod, so you're flicking it back and forth. I do have a full size fly rod too, an 8'6" Elo Bean fly rod. But for backpacking, really good rod here. And if you want to have heavier line, you can do that, but it's a fly rod, you're supposed to have light line. Then for the flies, I have two different containers by the same company. This is called by Bass Dash. I'll put in the description of the two boxes I bought, but they have many different types for like whatever type of fishing you're doing. These flies work good for me. And the lure that I was catching when I was at like my mom's camp and stuff with the fly rod was this like really bright wet fly. At first it was floating, I was like catching tons of them, and then it sank down as a wet fly. I was like wondering what's wrong with this, and I found out that it's a wet fly. I'm just getting into fly fishing. Then another lure that I say really works good too is this one with the orange tips, like fluorescent orange tips work. Maybe even bass would be caught on those little red ones right there. Then because none of this box had dry flies, and on the rod it's a dry fly, so I went ahead and bought some dry flies. These are like the ones for bass. I'm blanking on the names. I'm not that great with remembering the names, but I know like dry flies and wet flies. I think these blue ones right here would be great for mackerel fishing or herring, either one of those. And then I think it was, oh, it is on this side. It's hard to see, but underneath here is that dry fly right there. So I'll be going ahead and maybe next year, because right now you can't do any sort of fishing other than like here in southern Maine, where I'm at, is like lakes, ponds. You can do still. Northern Maine, everything's closed. Even rivers and streams down here are closed. Rivers, streams, and brooks are closed. And then northern Maine, everything till the ice comes. Then once the ice up there opens up, you can like fish in it and stuff for, ice fishing. But down here, if I wanted to go over to like a pond or a lake, I can just totally fish here in southern Maine. So if I wanted to like show me catching a fish on this, I still have a video come out this year. But if anything happens, I won't be able to till next year. But next year I'll try and get some trout on this rod. Then I have a pair of pliers. I showed this in my last video of my Rapala pliers and rubber bands, so it's easier for me just to open it like that, and you can like grip it on a fish, and then you can like pull it out. I just like putting the rubber band. You can get cheap like Dollar Tree one too. Then I have this. I'll put everything in the description the best I can. This Eagle Claw fish friendly net. It's like a mesh. I have all different types of nets in it for varies if I'm pogie fishing or bass fishing, even trout. This like a rubber versus mesh versus like your nylon. I would recommend mostly rubber. It costs a little more, but it's, if you don't want to eat the fish, don't net it in the wrong net. Because if you net it in the wrong, like a nylon net, you're probably going to just have to eat the fish. I know a lot of people don't want to do that. But that's my setup, so sweet.